1-1.
Well, if you think back to the Paredes home run in the first, a 3-run shot. It was a fastball down. And the first 2 fastballs this at bat, definitely trying to go up in the strike zone, up and out.
Take a look at that home run on StatCast 3D by Google Cloud. 107 off the bat, traveled 383 feet. When you make trades with Tampa Bay, you got to really proceed with some trepidation. They got him from the Tigers. Paredes we're talking about. All of his home runs have been pulled. Last April for Austin Meadows. And the Rays also got a competitive balance round B pick. Turns out to be a great trade for Tampa Bay. They saw something in Paredes that the Tigers didn't. Runner goes. And ball 4.
After a clean second inning, Rodon in trouble again here in the third, and it brings up Siri, who's a hitter that's been struggling, but he is an aggressive hitter on the first pitch of an at-bat. If you're Austin Wells and Rodon, be careful here first pitch.
Siri is in the middle of a slump, 0 for 17 after his fly ball right in the first. Rosario at second, Paredes is at first. Pitch is high. And a strike. Pump the changeup in there, 1-1. Since the beginning of June, hitting .320 against lefty pitching. Two and 1.
Rodon has faced 14 batters, only 6 first pitch strikes, so pitching behind, get yourself into some trouble.
2-1. I'll strike. 2-2. 4-1 Tampa Bay. Yankees scored a run in the first. Tampa Bay came back with 4 in the bottom of the inning. And Siri calls time. And that got Wells.
Well, this is happening a lot with Austin Wells lately. A lot of foul tips. Just beating him up behind the plate.
Bad memories, Sean?
Yeah, there are just stretches where it just you know the ball finds you, and you're like, you're wearing it for a week. Looks like he's going to be all right. I do miss that though, the little camaraderie with the home plate umpire, because you're both back there taking foul tips. Need a little extra time.
Three and 2. Johnny DeLuca is on deck. Rosario at second. Paredes is at first. Struck him out on a slider. Big strikeout for Rodon.
Jose Siri loves the fastball in a 3-2 count. He's looking for it, but he gets a slider. If you're Rodon, you just need to realize it doesn't have to be that great of a pitch. You just have to land it in the strike zone, which he did.
DeLuca with a fly ball to center. That was in the first. Now 2 outs. Bottom of the third. Dialed that up to 98 miles an hour. .97 right by him. 1-1. So reaching back for a little something extra here. Been sitting at about 96, but we saw 98, now a 97. And a change. Good combo, 1 and 2. What do you do here, John? Go back to the fastball?
Well, you got options. You can elevate the fastball, which he hasn't been able to locate really well, or go back with that changeup, which has really been his best pitch tonight.
Ooh. Goes fastball upstairs.
He's been trying to elevate that fastball. It's either been way out of the strike zone. This one yanked up and in. You fully expect a changeup coming after that pitch.
2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs, 2 on, 4-1 Tampa Bay, bottom of the third. He does go with the change, but it's in the dirt, 3 and 2. Now the runners will go, 3-2, 2 outs. Swing and a miss. Got him. 99 miles an hour to get out of a jam. No runs a hit. 2 left. We go to the 4th. Cadillac scoreboard 4-1 as we go to the 4th, and Gleyber Torres takes pitch outside, 1-0. Torres with an RBI single in the first inning. The Yankees have played 92 games. This is game number 93. Between innings, Rodon not that pleased. And a strike, 3-1.
And Michael, Brian Cashman is actually on hand for this series. He always planned on coming to Tampa to help prepare for the draft next week, but noted the 6-16 slide. Part of the reason he decided to come early, he wanted to be here to watch this series. He was asked about Gleyber Torres, and he had noted maybe it's the pressure of a contract year that has been weighing him down a little bit. Last year, he said that he was his second best hitter. They believe he still has it in there, and he can have a very positive impact on this lineup and on this team as he strikes out right there. But we just have not seen it consistently from Torres this season. And Brian Cashman had said this slide has gone on long enough. It is time to get things going for this team. He noted he's always concerned about the team, but now in particular with the trade deadline rapidly approaching, they're certainly evaluating things more and more to see how they can improve this team.
There's Austin Wells. He was also asked if he was going to speak to the team. He said no, he's going to leave that to Aaron Boone. A lot of the Yankee front office and even managing general partner Hal Steinbrenner are in Tropicana Field today watching this game.
Well, Meredith, you mentioned a lot of the Yankees getting ready for the draft that's coming up, but a couple of Yankee scouts were hanging around Tropicana Field today too, as Austin Wells rolls over one. And it's a time of year getting ready for that trade deadline that you got to self-evaluate where you're at as a club and figure out the needs that need to be addressed. And
Brian Cashman didn't want to get too specific about those needs and tip his hand to other teams around the league, but he did mention how it is a little bit more difficult now to get stuff done because more teams think they're in it, a lot less sellers than normal, and that means less inventory out there on that trade market. So constantly working the phones trying to figure out how they can try to improve this team. They are working. Whether or not they get something done, well, there's some weeks till we find that out.
1-0 on Volpe. The way baseball is right now with the third wild card, it doesn't make sense to have the trade deadline at the end of July because not enough teams have declared themselves. At least give it another 2 weeks, maybe the middle of August. But at the end of July, too many teams think they're in it. They're not going to divest themselves of assets because what kind of message would that send to their fans? So you've got only a very few teams in the majors are definitely out of it. You can maybe 4 or 5 out of the 30.
Well, message to the fans. I would also say message to the players in the clubhouses, right? And that's the one thing as a New York Yankee player, you always feel like the organization's going to go out there and fill some holes for you at the trade deadline.
So Volpe's at first. The Yankees have not had a stolen base in 20 games. That's the 6th longest streak in the team's history and the longest streak since 1963. Does Volpe break it right here? Down by 3. He gets back. Last time they had a stolen base, June 14th at Fenway. And a strike to Grisham. And quickly 0-2. Foul back, still 0-2.